Click like, share, subscribe. Follow my other accounts if we're not still shadow banned at this time. Somebody's about to Gemini energy, Sagittarius energy. I'm hearing expose. Something with the name Jose. Somebody also is going to try to come back into your energy. Frenemy, fake family. Something is a tragedy. Something is about to be like a major tragedy. Somebody's about to lose their family. Somebody's about to face a very big tragedy. Something on Sunday morning. Something about church. Somebody is feeling the hurt. Somebody about to go through the change. Something that probably happened back in 2018. Somebody, either they throat or they sick, or somebody had sore throat or something like that. Somebody always got somebody that they mess with on the low. Now I just need you to save me. Somebody always got somebody that they be messing with on the low. The person that they mess with on the low is solo. Or what somebody did is very low. They went solo or slow. Also, somebody's probably going to be trying to reach out to try to have you save them. Now I just need you to save me. Why would you? Somebody had been misbehaving and now they want you to save them. Something about sound or a sound system. Somebody is like, I'll give it all up. I won't do no third parties. Or like, whatever the case may be. I'm hearing somebody fit to be stuck like Chuck. Or I'm hearing somebody say, I really don't give a F-U-C-K, okay? I'm also hearing somebody say that. I'm also, wow, somebody's getting into like a major argument about asking somebody, are they, in the community? Like, for real. Also, somebody's going to be asking for immunity. They ain't going to have too many choices about what it is. Somebody's going to have to stand on their ground. Or somebody had been doing something or creeping around town or word around town. Rumor has it. I'm hearing rumor has it around town. Also, somebody's being, my coochie hole pink, my booty hole brown. Rumor around town, somebody already knows what's going down. Or how something went down. Somebody for to be walking around frowning. Two birds of a feather flock together. So somebody's going to be discovering that fulfillment of wishes. Like somebody, okay. Somebody was entertaining Pound Town, Round Town, Old Town. So this is like Kissimmee, Florida. Or somebody get around town. Either way it goes. I'm here at 192. So somebody's definitely in Kissimmee. Something with Florida, most definitely. Central Florida down to South Florida, okay? Well, shit, I'll just say Florida, period, because this is crazy. Because I'm getting Florida, Georgia, Philadelphia, or the state of Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey, Kentucky, Tennessee, Texas, most definitely, Kansas, Las Vegas, California, so Nevada, California, Arizona, New Mexico, Iowa, Montana, Vermont, Virginia, Delaware, Maryland. I said New Mexico, so somebody might be of Mexican descent. Also, be mindful if somebody say, hey, I'm going to send something via your Zelle. Like, The only thing that a lot of people can hack or scam or get through is if Cash App. But sometimes they can do that too if they have access to, some are you trying to crack the code or the access to Zelle. So Federal Credit Union, so Navy Federal Credit Union, Penn Credit Union, First Federal Credit Union. So something with credit unions is very prevalent at this time. Also, be mindful. The only way that somebody can access to your code is with a phone number or email, but they would have to have access to this. Also, somebody is going to be discovering, like, listen, bro, sis, I don't know who you was dealing with. I'm here. Don't be suspicious. Something is very suspicious, and someone wants to know or has to know. Something was done on the low, but somebody wants somebody else to come save them. I don't know why I just want you to save me. Somebody's initials HERR. First, middle, or last. Very, very prevalent. Also, somebody's getting close to getting like a RICO charge. I'm hearing somebody's going to be asking for immunity. Also, somebody's dealing with instability or insecurity. Or somebody's collecting somebody's social security for stability. Somebody stole somebody's money. Something's fated to come out to light. Somebody got the truth. Somebody wrote something on Facebook, because I'm getting book. So something on the book or something is in the books. Somebody did something. Somebody feel like they off the hook, but something is in the books or on the Facebook. Also, you got to understand that I don't care if you feel like, oh, I deleted it or whatever. Well, if it's day 29 before it reached day 30, and you feel like you about to get rid of a like a Facebook or account, Instagram account, like somebody felt like they deleted something, okay? Somebody caught it. I don't know if it's federal government, higher ups, meta people. Somebody caught somebody's account before day 28 or day 29. So somebody was trying to delete an account completely, whether it has messages, posts, whatever page, whoever this person is, whether you know them, you are the person, or you know of a situation like this, that person got caught. Unbeknownst to them, they feel like they went undiscovered. Also, somebody went undercover and somebody felt like they wouldn't be discovered. Like, there's a Hispanic man that was dealing with a Brazilian man. Like, I feel like one dude were portrayed to just dress like the street person, and the other person likes to wear like soccer clothes all the time. Like, they into soccer shirts or some shit like that. So it's like that's somebody's first lover. The second lover that this person has is black or African or got African descent. So they could be Afro, Latino, Latina, or something like that. And then it's like somebody's like deep into whatever it is. Like, this is, I get around. Somebody been getting around since like 95, 96. Like, this is a person that's just like out here. Also, somebody gonna discover, I don't know, like, this isn't somebody's family, okay? Somebody's gonna be discovering within their family that a man, okay, ooh, this is gonna hurt and this is gonna sting. If you are a man, which most of my viewers are men, according to my analytics, if you are a man, okay, sir, and you could be a woman that just operate highly out of your masculine energy, you're going to discover a big ass family secret of why. Like, if you're a man and you got, like, say it's these are family members from your quote unquote daddy side, right? And this auntie in particularly, like, I don't know, if she just be doting over you, going crazy over you, like you like the winning prize, but she know at the same time you ain't shit because you probably act just like the daddy in some kind of way or shape, form, or fashion, right? I don't know if this man had a health condition, like autoimmune disease, HIV, AIDS, somebody's going to be discovering that that was their real daddy. And the person that they think is their daddy is actually like their uncle. And, but it was like a secret that's supposed to, like, the reason being why the mom, if your mom is still alive, and why your mom has so much animosity towards certain people in that family, whenever it's like, if you are a man and you can remember as growing up as a kid and you went to like the dad side of the family, or this man that you thought was like a good male figure, or was always trying to help you out or get you out of situations, or he would come pick you up every now and again, you'd be like, oh, that's the only father figure I really had growing up. Nigga, that was your real fucking daddy. And little pieces that you didn't know, him and your daddy were actually like brothers or cousins or something like that. And it's like, somebody just don't want to accept the fact of how they will have to look at their mom even further in a different way. And it's like, you could have also, like, with your mom, because I don't know if she's just holding on to some hurt or some pain or something went down with the mama, okay? And how it went down, and her trying to discover how to keep this hidden, because I feel like your mom and your dad, the guy that's actually deceased, and then the guy that took the place to say that they are your father, they all three have some kind of agreement about something for you. So it was some shit that was meant for you, but I feel like they didn't give it to you because they seen how you were behaving. So like, if recently like your mama came to you, or you and your mom, or you and some relatives in your family start going at it real hardcore, and somebody slipped up and said something, and it kind of like fucking confused you, and you're just like, what? Because if somebody keep bringing up somebody that passed on, like a grandma or an uncle or a family friend that you felt like was like an uncle or something like that, or like a male figure, or like your mom's best friend or something like that, nigga, that was your motherfucking daddy. That's the hurt. That's the gag. But the biggest fucking gag of it is, the person that's supposed to be playing your dad, or whatever the case may be, like they was trying to pull a stronghold arm, like something with authority that went down in this shit, okay? And then it was supposed to have been like, I guess amongst during that time, the family tried to change their lives. So say like your after all this shit happened, this probably happened when you was a kid. So right now you could be a man that's between the age of 28 and 46. I'm also pushing as far as out as from, if you're between the age of 28 and 58 years old, this shit been going on for a long ass time. Like, this is like somebody's like grandma, right? Like, if you're a man and like say like your grandma, you be like, damn, my other grandma didn't ever treat me like this, but why this grandma act like this? Your grandma, somebody gotta figure out, like, on both ends, like, the grandparents were complete total opposites. Let's just say both grandparents were in the same predicament, but they both took the different paths. But the thing of it is, the other grandma had the opportunity to go down the other path that the same grandma. So say like your other grandma, she was a crackhead. She used to get, thought around, because some people be struggling to, harbor in that. Some of y'all had some, they used to be in church and getting around like that, okay? The pastor, the deacon, the board, the ushers, the choir boy. You know what I'm saying? Because she was into that type of stuff. But then it's just like, you had the other grandma on the other side of the family. She was very crafty. She probably didn't have much money, but then you'll be like, damn, granny, I went to granny house and my pants was messed up, or my shirt got messed up or something, and she went in and took your clothes and cleaned it up real quick, starched it up, or you had a hole or something and she stitched it up and fixed it up for you real good. But this is a shit that you missed, because as a kid you didn't know, like, well, shit, I can't go to Grandma Mercedes' house, but I can go to Grandma Rosa's house. And at Grandma Rosa's house, she gonna make sure I'm fed. She gonna make sure I get my kisses. She gonna make sure I got a hot meal. She probably didn't have much in the fridge, but she got it. You know what I'm saying? But it was like Grandma Rosa was the one where people used to talk about her around town. But mind you, Grandma Rosa was always at home cooking, taking care of the kids, making sure everything was, well taken care of. She wouldn't even give a care if she just only had some rice and beans and some fucking bananas for your ass to eat. She made sure you eat. But then Grandma Rosa, Grandma Mercedes, she over here, shit, she the thought of the town. And on top of what she used to do to get around, now your aunties and cousins and shit, they was doing that shit before all of a sudden they done found Jesus. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But in this situation, I know I'm not wrong. This is somebody's story because it ain't got nothing to do with me. But I can actually really say, like, I can resonate with this at the end of the day. But then it's just like, somebody gonna discover, like I said, somebody been doing shit since like 96, 95, 96. So somebody could have been like no more between like 5 or 6 years old when, like, for this person, for this male in particularly, confirmation, your first traumatic, goddamn, this is going to be confirmation after confirmation. Whoever you are and you listening to my voice, your first major traumatic injury or situation that happened to you, this is like, you probably wasn't touched or anything. I feel like the grandma, I'm just using names, okay? This is not real people, so I don't know nobody named Rosa, and I don't know nobody named no motherfucking Mercedes, but it's just some names. Rosa was the one that, if she knew that everybody was wilding out, Grandma Rosa can tell them to be like, hey, just bring the baby over here to me, okay? So Grandma Rosa was more the protector, loving, nurturer. Grandma Mercedes was more of, I'm going to give you tough love, but I really don't care about that because I'm still trying to be in the roles in the club. And if you ain't willing to be tough enough to get on this come up, Grandma Mercedes was just a little bit rough. She the motherfucker that is, she old right now. She'll be sweet in front of particular people. But as soon as ain't nobody really paying attention, this old motherfucker be walking around the house and just probably walk past your ass and say some hateful shit. You'd be like, what did she just say? You'd be like, did she just call me ugly? Or like, your daddy? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference. Grandma Rosa was the shit. Grandma Mercedes, she talks shit. But then it's just like, in the midst of it, Grandma Rosa knew what was going on. She knew the games or whatever the case may be. However, she was the granny that she would talk to her kids about religion, spirituality. Like this Rosa one, she knew what was up in the game. The Mercedes one was just so into the game that shit, she got so used to it, like she got true to it. Oh, they ain't acting right? All right, we fit to go do like, hoodoo voodoo on somebody. And Grandma Rose will be like, shit, it ain't no need to do none of that. She'll be the one to teach you how to protect yourself. But she will also make sure to tell you, like, physically on the 3D, if you feel like something is happening, shit, fight back. Don't come back crying to me talking about, because it's like, she's the one that gave you the keys and clues about what it is that you need to do. But it's like, at the end of the day, somebody needs to figure out, I'm telling you the truth. Also, at the same time, like, if you got family, this is for men, if you got family, right, from the daddy side, and those relatives are still alive, start asking particular questions. Because there's some shit that happened probably like back in the 60s, 70s, and probably ended up to like late 80s, early 90s. 90s, I wouldn't put it past 93 or 94, between 93 and 95. Ask about them, what happened between 1993 and 95. Somebody probably either got hit in the eye or something like that. Something with somebody's eyes, or something got hypnotized, or somebody lost their life around that time. Okay? So, it's going to be the waiting game, something with the number 9 or 10. Or something happened between the hours of 9 and 10, or between 2 and 7. Or 1 and 7. AM or PM. I'm also hearing that song Cypress Hill, or something about Cypress, California. The group Cypress Hill. Also, somebody need to figure out how they feel, what is real. Somebody's still trying to wrap their head around what's happening. Also, it's like somebody just trying to figure out what it is that you got to say, what you going to do, who is who. How can I figure out the lie from the truth? You already know what's the lie and the truth. Because it's just like, pay attention to how the family act around you. It's even far to a point, like the accolades and stuff like that. This is somebody that's like, these are people that's blatantly doing shit in your face, but not in your space. They're doing it in your face, but not in your space. So it's like, hey, how you doing, cousin? Oh, how you doing, Kifo? How you doing, grandma? How you doing? Da, 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 da. And these motherfuckers is in your face. But as soon as you out of the space, they doing their thing. Yeah, these are people that'll drive by in the car. Mind you, you probably got a YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or whatever the case may be. They probably listening to you, watching you, driving in their car. Probably ain't made a comment, ain't said nothing to you. Pretending like you ain't did shit, ain't talking about shit. But then it's just like, all of a sudden, a conversation would come up about something that, mind you, you hear here on YouTube. But somebody start having a conversation with you. That's how you know. That's how you know. Somebody who drives like a Ram. So somebody either is a Aries, a Gemini, Capricorn, Taurus, most definitely. Somebody may drive a 1500. Somebody may drive a Trailblazer. Like, this is somebody that may have like a Subaru, Infiniti, Mercedes, or a truck. I'm seeing a black truck, a 1500 Dodge Ram. If it's not the Dodge Ram, it's the Titan, the Tundra. Somebody may have a country in the home. Somebody may have recently just seen a rainbow over their home or over a home, or someone is trying to figure out how to complete their home. Somebody is trying to have a home built or start a business. A mother and son. Or it's going to be a father with a daughter and son. There's about to be a single father with a son or a daughter that's going to have to figure out a home, or they're going to have to figure out how to make a home with these kids. In April. It's like an older girl and a little boy. This man is probably like having to start all over, and how he has to start over. I don't know what happened. I'm on a new level. Somebody listen. This is like you trying to be Future, but end up like Moneybag Yo. Oh, I got all these kids. Like somebody like shit. Somebody baby mama, like one of the baby mamas go to jail. The other baby mama gets unalive. So you might as well say they both unalive, because they both messed up their life. Something that was hidden in the dark definitely coming to the light. Like with the last dude, I told him like shit how the grandma and his baby mama was moving. He thought it was a joke when I was telling him like, bro, like my inkling kept telling him like, if you're a man and you got a daughter and you know that the mom of that child or the grandma or whatever the case may be, like with the last dude I was with, the mama and the daughter was on the same fucking level. So it's just like how the mama was talking to the little girl. It's like, she is 6 years old. Why are you calling a child a pig and ugly and dirty and stuff like this? Like, you a mother. Take her into the bathroom and get her hygiene appropriately, but you talk her through that and use a better voice. Like, what kind of thing is that? Is that because your mama used to talk to you like that? You don't want to do better? You don't want to know better? But it's just like, in the stuff that she was doing, it's like, you ain't giving me no key or clue. You leaving your child all the way in a whole different another state with people you don't even know. That child was being touched on, getting taken pictures of, and everything. And it was like, you was over here willing to do me dirty and play in my face because what somebody else did to you. But it's like, I be moving on. Somebody's name is Maya. Somebody's gonna be moving on. A name Maya. December 12th. So from the 6th. So something happened on the 6th. So what? That was what? 4 days ago? So by December 12th, something is going to be coming out. Or somebody need to get something done before December 12th. Somebody's thoughts is getting back balanced. Somebody feel like they going to be able to get away with something. I'm hearing a runaway love. Or somebody try to report a teenage child as a runaway. Shit, that motherfucker was just trying to get away. Partnerships and alliances. Like somebody is about to be mad. Prosperity. 2 bikers. Somebody riding a bike. It's going to be like this afternoon. So around 3 p.m. It's going to be like 2 people riding a bike. And when they riding these bikes, or you see that these 2 people are riding the bike, you're going to probably somebody going to get in a fight. Somebody going to get a call that's not going to be too nice. Yep. Something is chaos. Spiritual union and rejoice in celebration. Somebody learned a lesson though. 323, 233, 233, 323. You may have been seeing, or at 3:23 p.m. Green. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Angus, Gus, or G, first, middle, or last. Somebody's gonna feel something in their gut. Like, you just gonna feel it. Like, your intuition is gonna be like, who is it? I feel like somebody's just probably sitting there like, who is it? Like, my nose just started itching. Yeah, something is fated to happen. Also, somebody gonna be like tempted by temptation. Like with the dude, like I said, with Josh, like, I hope you looking out, because homie, your family is just like, you be lying. Like, he used to lie so fucking much. I was like, it's gonna get to a point where somebody's gonna want to figure out the truth about what it is that you're doing. Down to a point, like, he would talk so bad about an auntie that almost got him locked up, and it was around this time, which is always crazy to me. It was around Christmas time, which is also around Christmas and holidays time is when my family used to try to make really bad things or try to make me feel sad. But anyways, back to him. I told him it was going to be so cold on the situation on the day that he feel like he getting away with everything. And if he ain't been exposed yet, like outside of what I had told his family, because it's like, I left him. Like, he wasn't no man. He was a coward. He didn't know how to stand up for anything. He didn't know how to stand up for himself, his child, his mama, his sister, nobody. And it was just like, you just let everybody run over you. But then it's like, you think you fit to be in this house and trying to run over me and try to call me ugly names and beat on me, call me ugly and all this other shit and use my car. Like, no, bro, it don't work like that. And it was like, I watched him and how everything go. And I said, all these people that's doing this stuff, like your baby, your cousin, I think she lives in North Carolina. Her husband works in computers. So this is how, like, I knew, like, with him maneuvering and stuff. Like, military grade. You only have to have military grade in order to scope in on people in particular ways. But your cousin called you to find out what happened to her missing baby father out there in Malpica. I gave y'all the clues about what it was. The baby mama was talking to the girl that actually set her baby up, and like, you still talking to the girl that got your baby daddy missing. It's kind of late now for him to be living at this point. But you called him, which would have led him to be a suspect in the whole situation. But then it was like, I told him, you know, what happened, like how he was missing. He was like, how would you know that? And how would you know this? It's like, it don't take a rocket scientist to figure out how that man went missing. So on top of that, this is the same cousin that you beefing with in the Carolinas. Oh, she want to be a wannabe witch. She read tarot and stuff. But I thought y'all were Christians, because his grandma would, oh, we're going to church and stuff like that. So he'll go tell them that I was doing witch stuff. But no, you didn't tell them that I left you because I caught you in the shower watching same sex corn and getting off to it. So it's just like I had to put two and two. Like, dude, you like dudes, and it's just nothing for me and you. It's just simple. So it's just like he were repeating patterns that my ex-husband would do. So I already knew, like, you like it in the dookie shoot, go do what you do. However, with his family figuring out, because I sent a text message to his mama and let her know, like, hey, you know what it is. And it's like, instead of cussing her out like I did my ex-husband James when I did his mama like that, because I had to tell her, like, bitch, you knew. So it's like, oh, it's repeating again, so I ain't gonna cuss her out. And I let her know, I ain't coming to you with no disrespect, Marie. I ain't coming at you with no disrespect, honey. But it is what it is. Your son did what he did, and it is what it is. I ain't even fucking mad no more. It's just like, whatever. But I told him, I said, shit, yo auntie, the petty auntie, she the motherfucker that's gonna set his ass up so cold, where she know people within the community, especially the rainbow community. I knew she was gonna tempt him, because, hey, why did this girl, and everybody knew in his family, like, I was a good girl. I was probably the best selection for this man. And you did that to her? Okay, what is it? And then now that they know, like, oh, she left, because it's all over social media, my friend. I left because of that. They gonna want to verify with their own eyes to see the truth, if that's what it is. They don't want the text messages. They want to see if physically is he gonna go through with it. And they set him up so cold with one that was so, cute or whatever, but it's one of those that, like, hey, they still got their stuff between their legs. I told him, I said, your auntie and your cousin, they're gonna set you up at least about 2-3 times and get pictures, proof, and videos of you doing this stuff. And after they get the pictures and proof of it, they gonna blackmail you with whatever it is that they gonna need you to do, and you gonna do it. And that's how I knew it. And it was just like, shit, with your baby mama, you ain't got no cowardice, because you don't even want to stand up to her and go file the paperwork to go get your kid. But then it was just like, I'm putting the pieces together when it comes to it. It's like, dude, are you a pedo or something like that? Why they won't let you get this kid? Are you a sex offender or something like that? But I know you deceptive. And it's just like, oh, we got a spirit. Like, no, we had. It's null and void. Once I figure out, like, you it's like, this person can be a real man or a woman. And it's like the same thing, like I was saying with the grandparents. It's like, bro, you were supposed to, like, fall in line with your family, with, your dad's granny side, but shit, your mama's still lying to you and hiding secrets, because shit, really and truly, like, if I had to speak the truth, she's a good woman. His mama was, I'm gonna say was, because she should have came back to me as a grown-ass woman, at least sent me a message, an email, a call, or something. Like, she could have did that. But it was just like, all my respect for every single last one of them is out the window, because as a man or as a woman, y'all could have came and had a conversation with me about it. And then it's like, we could have let you do that. But I make it very clear to anybody dealing with, do not cross me. Don't ever underestimate me either, because what you feel like I'm not capable of, I'm probably capable of times 10. Vice versa, same to you. Whoever is listening to me, vice versa, same to you. Don't let people underestimate you about what it is that you do. Because shit, I understood, like, don't let people underestimate you about what it is that you're capable of doing or what you will do, is when I had listened to, when I left this dude on October 20th, 2023. It was very intimate and clear to me when he said out of his own mouth, I hate that you give your family and you give your ex-husband so much credit, which had let me know in the midst of it, a lot of it was my ex-husband and a lot of it was my family. But a mass majority of it for the like that last, I want to say like 11 months, it was him. So I was just like, shit, that was him telling me without having to tell me that it was him. But it was cool though, you know what I'm saying? Like, he had a mission accomplished, my bruh. It was accomplished. But now you gotta suffer, my bruh, because it's like, we won't ever be cool again. We can't be friends, cordial, none of that. Like, bruh, Hopefully, you know what I'm saying? I don't wish it on you, but shit, get your kids and work on yourself, but don't come my way no more. It's like, somebody gonna be waiting or whatever, but wrap your head around whatever situation this is that you have going on. Like, it's fated for a situation to go on how it's going on. It's fated to go that way. But I'm hearing like it goes on and on. Somebody is gonna be like 4 to 6 memories of love, like, or somebody's gonna have a situation where by Cancer season, somebody gonna lose up to like 4 to 9 people, like passing away, like unalive, like bye bye. And it's gonna be out in the open, and it's gonna mess with somebody's mental. That's gonna mess with somebody's intuition. Also, something that somebody did in 2016. It's coming back strongly. I'm hearing something that's coming back strongly. It's going to bite you. You probably been trying not to speak about it, think about it, close your heart off about it, be to yourself and stuff like that. It's like something's about to come out. Or somebody spoke about it that somebody didn't want to come out, but it's out. There's a black car in this. Like somebody got a black four-door or a black Ford. Somebody celebrated something too quickly because it's leading to some obstacles and some challenges. Yep. Yeah, it's something that's about to be moving real slow. Somebody buried something under a tree. This tree it look a little danky. Little dangy, little danky. Under this little tree or plant or whatever, somebody got something stuck up under there. Others of you, somebody is like financial and material changes, rest and rejuvenation. So somebody needs to just, I'm here, somebody want to put their player card away and get married. Like, I just want to settle down. I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to do this no more. But it's cool. Like, somebody need to regroup. Somebody need to go into nature. Ground themselves. Yep. Somebody need to go ground themselves. Rest and rejuvenate. Somebody feel like, okay, maybe this is a mental war. Like, I'm not having victory and success. Somebody is like falling into distress or depressed. Don't be stressed or depressed, okay? Somebody is like not in the energy of love. Something about lizards or iguanas. Yeah, lizards, iguanas, slithering things. Slithering. All this good energy, you want to be negative. But, somebody got like strength, like they're a Buddhist or something like that. Cancer energy. Taurus, Gemini. Like for my son, like this giving me like a childlike energy, but it's just like very peaceful. Material, spiritual prosperity and strength. It's coming in slow, but it's just like what you know is what you know. And when you know, you just know. And once you know, you just got to understand that's just what it is. Reality. Reality. Somebody's going to be a little bit heartbroken or stressed out from, like I was explaining earlier. Somebody's going to find out that their actual real dad of the person, like you probably have really good memories with this person, but it's just like I should have got to know this person on a deeper level. Like, I feel like somebody's going to have so much discord with somebody. It's just like, why was it dishonest? But it's like, it will make sense. Like, you may be acting dishonest or stuff like that. Like, I feel like it's a conversation where, was it Medea's funeral or homecoming or whatever, where the lady basically at the end at the funeral, she left the funeral right after and hopped in the car with her new man. But during the funeral or the wake or whatever, she basically had to have a conversation. But during the conversation, like her sons were getting exposed, for sleeping with other people, and then like the daughters was like being consumed with their careers or something like that. Like the daughters was doing fine, but the sons were acting just like the father. So meaning like the father would get around, sleep around town or whatever the case may be. And she basically was explaining like, I have four of y'all and I ain't know how to take care of none of y'all. And the time that I did try to, leave or whatever and make my life better, it was a struggle for me to take care of y'all. And the man, basically, he was the one that knew how to make the money and stuff like that. So she had to suck it up for all them years of him cheating and, taking from her just to make sure that she had somewhere to live and to be able to take care of the kids. And once she discovered that she was able to do that she wasn't until he passed away, she was like, well, shit, he had his own thing going on, I guess, like closer and closer to the time of, the husband getting ready to pass away, or, when he passed away, and he passed away with the mistress on top of him. And once she discovered, this is like instances where it's the Medea movie, but some parts of like The Color Purple at the end when Celie went to the funeral and she found out that she's like, my pa was not my real pa. And then the wife that he married, she was a young girl and she had just had a baby. And she asked her, she was like, how he passed? And she was like, on top of me. Mind you, the girl had looked like she was no more between like 14 to 17 years old, holding a little baby, okay? And then the girl, Celie, which was Oprah Winfrey, not Oprah Winfrey, Whoopi Goldberg, and she was like, him passed on top of me. And she just looked at her and was like, But then she was like, I figured out my pa wasn't my pa because he was the one that had sold her off, basically, who's the highest bidder. I've been there. So that's why it's like certain movies, if you relating to certain movies and you've been getting treated a certain way around your family and stuff like that, aunts, uncles, granny, grandparents, mom, dad, or whatever, figure out the pieces of it for, why would they want to behave this way? And if you made it your position to talk to these people about, why did y'all treat me this way? Or, why did why was this going on this way? And why did such and such say these things? Start asking questions. And it's just like, y'all got to realize you grown now. Yes, you can still respect the person, but shit, they got to respect you too. And respect that, hey, I have boundaries. Like me, I understood, like with my family, like they were just so gung-ho, like, oh, you bringing home this? But it's like, I knew, like at first, I knew what they was against, homosexuality. So of course, here I was, 13 years old. I ain't know no fucking better. And it was like, clearly I already knew I wanted a boyfriend. I'm a woman. I got, I can have kids. I want me a man. So it just makes sense. But then it was just like, well, shit, I need y'all attention and I need y'all support. But however, the only time that you can get the attention and support is by doing something negative. So of course, what you think I'm doing? I'm gonna have every girl under the sun to make them, oh, so you gay now, you bi now, and it's like I remember having that conversation with them out loud. I was like, yeah, kept it going, but just kept up the activity just to see what it is that they gonna do, just to have a fucking conversation. Now, will the conversation get real hateful? Yeah. We can't get naked around her because she's this and she's that, and it was craziness. So I went through that for like 30 something years, bro. It's annoying as heck, but it is what it is. But then it was like on top of that, it was like they were doing black magic on me from the time I was a baby. But it's like, as a kid, they would always put stuff in my food, whether it was like Benadryl, Percocets, any kind of pill, especially if they knew like it was something they needed to get away with it. And it's like she had enough feelings in herself, especially when I was little, and those actions would happen to the adults doing that to me as a kid. They would dope me up and take it as, okay, if she's more relaxed and sleeping and stuff like that, she's least likely to feel it. So, you know what I'm saying? It was easier for them to clean me up as a kid as well, and wouldn't nobody know. Okay, of course, because, how can I complain about something like, oh, I hurt, maybe I slept wrong, and it'll be like, oh, you fell off the bed or something like that. Craziness. But it's like real life situations happen like that, and y'all got to start looking at situations a little bit different. Like, why do my auntie hate me like that? Like, some people didn't look at that, like, oh boy situation. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful for Josh. Even though he was fucked up and he wasn't for shit, I'm grateful for his dumb ass. Because it was like, damn, he opened up my eyes to the window of wrapping my head around what I would have went through how I actually went back to my ex-husband. It also wrapped my head around family and understanding. It wrapped my head around where I was lacking within myself, because it was like, well, shit, it's a one-sided situation. It's not giving back to me, and this person is not reflecting back to me anything that I need to work on within myself. And that's when I realized this is a one-sided situation, and there was nothing he was doing that was mirroring to me about me. But it was mirroring to me, was the longer that he was in my energy, was mirroring not to me but outside of me to other people, like, hey, maybe she's stealing, maybe she lying, maybe she's conniving. And it's just like birds of the feathers flock together. And it's just like, a snake is a snake, however you put it. It either can bite you or ignore you. But you get close to it, it's going to attack you eventually. Or it's going to slow you down. It's going to stunt those new beginnings. But once you understand, like, healing starts within. And what you decide to do with your healing is what you decide to do. Some of you about to get over, like, this depression, feeling any kind of way, like, feeling sad. Like, it started to go back within about what you can do within yourself. Like, me, I'm going back within where I can understand. I ain't got to do this with friends. I ain't got to do this with family. I ain't got to do this with the support of anybody. I don't need, baby daddies and all. I don't need none of that shit. I'm able to stand 10 toes. Long as I can sit there and breathe through this nose, through this mouth, I can look up to the sky and I can, hear it. And I just pray to the Most High to help me figure it out. Regardless, that's my daddy now. Sky Daddy. I don't know what he looked like. None of that. But I know what the feeling of it is. I made it. I might not have much. I might not be able to eat tomorrow. However, I know it's going to be okay. I might not have ever had love. And the only people that I had love from was from the Most High. My son that passed away. My Aunt Denise. That's the only time that I ever felt genuine, actual love, where I was getting that hug, where I was being heard, where I was being supported, where it was like, oh, you got dreams and ambitions. How can we help you extend that? If your family not willing to see that, you could have dropped out of school and you came back to your family and told them, hey, I'm fit to go back to school to go get me a GED. If you're still young enough and you still, under, 34 years old, and it's like, shit, I ain't got no degree, go back and get that fucking degree. After you get that degree, how do you feel? If you still feel like you got the energy, go get some certifications. Go get a certificate. Go to the military. Go do something that you're going to be proud of. Not seeking for their approval and for them to be proud of you for what it is that you're more than capable of doing. But if they down talk you and why you doing that and you need to get a job and you need, baby, because there's more ways that when I do finish this, it might take me 3-4 months. Or shit, it might take you a year and a half or 18 months. But I can guarantee and ensure that, hey, in between, I could probably keep me a job here and there, you know what I'm saying? To keep the money going so you can make sure you can sustain yourself. But shit, at the end of this 18 months, I need to make sure I'm accumulating enough knowledge, information, and then some. So when I get done at 18-month mark, boom, business is starting. Boom, my money's hitting in. Boom, I ain't worried about the rest of the shit, because guess what? That vision and that dream you had, you were so, tunnel focused on that. How will I have time to be worried about what's going on outside of me? You can't worry about none of that. Because, hey, everything that they told you wasn't going to be able to do, and you can't do it, you done did it. And then some. Now they got their hand out. What you got your hand out? Remember, I wasn't supposed to do this. And then it's going to make you feel good. We family, we homies. They ain't got shit to do with me, because when I was in the gym shooting, and it was like I was trying to ask you about what, are you able to help or assist or babysit, cook, hang out, or get some thoughts or stuff like that. Where were you at? They wasn't shooting with you was at the gym. When you was trying to climb that ladder They was trying to discourage you from even getting on the ladder. But now that you got on there, you're no longer in mental conflict. You already know what the fuck it is. You no longer feeling, defeated. For me, I just had to just take emotions out of any and everything that I do, because I can't be worried about you and what you got to do. Bored, discontent with the outside, come to the light. Because once you come to the light, Caroline, it changed your life. Shit, cast out any demons or entities of someone trying to confuse you about your sexuality and your physicality, your emotional. Let it go. No more mental conflict. You can think clearly. But you need to be honest with yourself and quit letting other people be dishonest with you. Put that hurt on the shelf. Start loving yourself. If you ain't gonna love anybody else, speak up. Speak your truth. Start a new beginning. But have patience, though. Because everything works out for you. But impatience ain't gonna work for somebody. Patience is a virtue. People may hurt you. You may feel like you lost something too. It may make you feel like you're going to lose hope in everything that you do. But it's going to be in the best interest for you. As long as they don't shadow band you. As long as people don't hate on you about what it is that you do. Because it's going to come to light. So something in your life, family issues or whatever, it's going to come to the light.